I'm not mistaken, well, I know it's chest and triceps, but I think I've got a pretty good one lined up for the training session later. And I do. It's got one of my favorite supersets in it, which is the dumbbell press, or any kind of press really, with a dumbbell fly immediately after. So pretty nasty pump, and in order to kind of maximize the pump, this is my little pre-workout snack I like knocking down, which is just a baked sweet potato, and because it's baked like this with just a little bit of olive oil, it actually is, it's kind of interesting. You can look up the glycemic index for sweet potato, but it'll increase in glycemic index in its glycemic index ranking depending on how it's cooked. So if you bake it and it starts to caramelize, I think it kind of brings out the sugars a bit more, and it's a lot more fast or easily digested, which is why I like to cook it this way before I train. So I can knock this down and then half an hour later be in the gym and not feel like this is sitting in my stomach. So that's the advantage. Now, what else is, other than that, I appreciate you guys tuning in to another video. It's the second chest workout I typically do in my week. Chest is one of the muscle groups I really make sure I get 2 good sessions with in the week, because my chest has responded pretty well to that. So for the second session, this isn't the heavy bench day that I'll do on typically Mondays. This is my Thursday session, so pair it with a little bit of triceps at the end, and this superset and the way it's structured, you'll see, is just kind of made for pushing a little higher reps. I don't think anything's below 10 reps today, or at least nothing's planned to be below, and that's the only way I can get it in twice a week. If I do 2 heavy days, I've noticed on the same muscle group in a week, and I'm doing more than, really more than one movement that's heavy on both of those days, I just notice I can't recover. I'll go into the next week or even that second session, and my weight would drastically drop off. So this is kind of how I like to double up on a muscle group. And if my nutrition's on point, both sessions I get great pumps. This one's just, I think in my mind I go in saying, yeah, the pump's going to be pretty good, because that helps me not look over at the bench and go, maybe we could try 315 today. It's like in my mind I'm like, just going for a little more of the reps, good contraction, good squeezes, clean sets all in all. And well, I guess there's not much else to do other than eat this and head over there in a minute. All right, so kind of threw this one together a little bit, but it's the first chest movement I'm doing today after doing my usual rotator cuff warm-up, which is the Y, I, and W raise, just to get really get my shoulders set back, doing before every pressing workout. So before shoulders and before chest. Been doing them for years, and knock on wood, haven't had any problems pressing since starting them and incorporating them into my routine. So you guys probably see those usually if you've seen other videos or you follow the training app. I got that in there on all the programs for pressing. But yeah, I like this variation of the fly, the incline fly, and targeting the upper chest and getting a good stretch across my upper chest too. I kind of set it up so the bench is just in front, or I guess I should say my shoulders, position of my shoulders is in front of the cables just slightly, because I like the direction of force to be, of course, to the outside, but slightly back. I feel like I get a better squeeze on the top of my chest if I'm out in front just a little bit, maybe, I don't know, like six inches or so to a foot, just a bit. And yeah, knock out high reps on these, 15 to 12, and then we'll get into
we'll get into the presses, or the superset between the press and the fly, and that's it for chest. It's gonna be pumped after this. So. Felt smooth on the 85. I'm just gonna do one warm-up set. I'm not gonna do the fly with that because I'm not even into the working sets yet. But I think I don't know. I'll play with maybe 100, 110, something around there. Try to get a good control, 10 to 12, good squeeze. You know, not rushing the reps, and then immediately go into the flies, maybe a 55, maybe a 60 if I'm feeling strong today, and bust out another 10 reps or so. And yeah, 4 sets of that. My chest is gonna be cooked. It'll be good for the week, and then we'll finish off the workout with some triceps. Jumped on the scale after the end of that session, finished with the triceps. So you saw me do the cable rope pull down. I'm fried from like high intensity training I did yesterday, aka just football for 2 hours. So that was like my leg day yesterday, and I was traveling and I'm gonna level with you. I ate donuts, not ate donuts. It was a good time. I was down in Florida with my boy, and there's a new little spot that opened up since I had been down there. So I lived there last year, and I was like, man, you know, I'm in town, and you know, we had a couple donuts after our session. So I know I'm holding a little bit more water plus the flight, so it's all part of it. But you know what? It's time I'm gonna trim up a little bit. I've been doing more conditioning. I'll probably show you guys some of the circuits I'm doing outside of just the usual steady state cardio in the morning that my girlfriend and I will hit. Pretty good, like 20-25 minute circuit that just kicks both our butts right from the jump. So I'll have to maybe film some of that in the near future. But for now, see how the posing's doing. Between the donuts yesterday and the sweet potato before this workout, I'm definitely pumped. I got some carbs in me. I got some glycogen in there. I don't know if I finished what I was saying about the triceps, but I had 3 sets on the, just kept it to 3. 3 sets on the rope extension and 3 sets with just like a straight bar. They got this little flat piece of metal here that's just phenomenal. Just put the bottom of your base of your hand on it, just enough so you can control it, and then it's just right in that little zone, just squeezing. So 6 sets total. As tired as I am was plenty for me. And then next week I'll get back to the normal volume, which will be running the chest session I did and then 3 exercises at hopefully around 4 sets between those 2, and then maybe add in a single arm kickback or something. I like doing those. we'll call that. So a little watery, but damn, yeah, I think doing this conditioning like at least twice a week is definitely keeping me tighter. So if I slip up and have some donuts when I'm away, or you know, whatever I do, you know, it's part of life. You gotta enjoy that, I think. Like, or like there'll be certain nights with my girlfriend and we want to try something. You know, I don't, especially not competing right now. Like, I don't want to be so focused on just like, I gotta be dialed in, I gotta stay tight, because I like that, but you know, I also enjoy making memories, you know, sharing a meal with somebody, whether it's a, you know, a close friend, a brother, or you know, your significant other. It's like, man, you don't get that time back. So when people say it's a balance, it really and truly is figuring out when you can be flexible and have a little something, or you know, maybe it's just not about splurging. Like, we have 6, I mean, I'm talking, these donuts were like the size of my head, right? At least some of them, and we got 6 of them, and it was just like, you know, we indulged, but maybe I had 2 total, because we just kind of, you know, instead of just going crazy, yeah, maybe I had 1.5. We just okay, let's try a little bit of each one, you know, have fun with it, and that's it, you know, share the rest, you know. So there's always ways around it, but it really is, it is a balance, man. But that's you know, that's why it's, how do I want to say, if you can find that balance, you know, it ain't bad. It ain't as much of a sacrifice, because you're at peace with it. And I think that's what's important, is knowing your balance, being at peace with it. Because then, you know, I knew I was filming today, but am I sweating it? Not really. You know, do I notice it? Maybe a little. Do I regret it? Hell no. Those are good donuts. You know what I'm saying? So that's the message. But I appreciate you guys watching. I'm excited to get back to doing a video pretty much every week, now that I'm filming and editing myself again, at least for this kind of vlog style. I know I can, you know, it's just on me with how consistent I can be. So if you guys are still rocking with the style, let me know. I'll keep putting them out. So I'm having fun with them. Kind of like just jumping in here with the tripod and the camera. Quick little plug, the beanie, as well as, there's a tag right there, the beater cross project. So that's my personal brand I've been working on since last November last year. So yeah, we got a couple drops in, a few items still on the site. So if you guys want to shop anything, support, give feedback, I'm not gonna lie, we go above and beyond with the packaging. There's a warehouses here in Akron, so I'm able to be real hands-on with my partner and put out some cool stuff. So our goal is just keep it running, you know, keep building the vision of the brand, which is just really elevating training gear into space, and yeah, man, making some sick stuff. So we want to keep putting out good stuff. So if you want to check it, give us some feedback, whatever, you know, get a little something for the gym. I'll link that below, or just go to crossprojects.co. That's our official website. So appreciate all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It's a little chest and tri session, but what do I know? I'm just Merc.